What if I told you that the very idea of a growth mindset could become your biggest obstacles? In a world obsessed with self-improvement, we rarely pause to ask, are we growing smarter or simply burning out? Could the pursuit of growth, ironically, lead to stagnation? Today, we'll uncover the hidden truths about growth and fixed mindsets, from their ancient philosophical roots to the cultural traps they create, and even how biology and trauma play a role. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a completely new perspective on how to navigate the mystery of your own potential. If you're ready to challenge everything you thought you knew about success and growth, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive in. The dark side of growth, when self-improvement becomes a trap. The growth mindset is often celebrated as the secret to success, but what happens when it becomes a double-edged sword? In our relentless pursuit of growth, we might unknowingly fall into the perfectionism trap. This is what psychologists call toxic growth, where the constant push for improvement leads to anxiety, burnout, and chronic dissatisfaction. Think about it. Social media bombards us with stories of overnight successes, endless hacks for productivity, and the glorification of hustle culture. This narrative fuels an unrealistic expectation that we must always be striving for more. The danger? We lose sight of the value of rest and contentment. Take Sarah, for example, a young professional who embraced the growth mindset to excel in her career. She took every course, chased every opportunity, and worked late nights. But over time, her drive became her prison. She felt trapped by the idea that slowing down equaled failure. Her mental health declined, and her passion fizzled out. The lesson here is profound. Growth isn't just about doing more. Sometimes, it's about knowing when to stop. Embracing imperfection, setting boundaries, and prioritizing self-care are just as crucial as striving for progress. The key question we need to ask ourselves is, are we growing or are we grinding ourselves down? Ancient wisdom meets modern psychology. The evolution of mindsets. The concept of a growth mindset might feel like a modern innovation, but its roots stretch back centuries. Ancient philosophies like Stoicism and Buddhism have long emphasized adaptability, learning from failure, and the impermanence of self. Take the Stoics, for example. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This mirrors Carol Dweck's growth mindset, which focuses on developing internal resilience to overcome challenges. Similarly, Buddhist teachings highlight the idea of beginner's mind, an open and curious approach to life. In many ways, this aligns with the principles of a growth mindset, valuing process over outcomes and seeing failure as an opportunity for enlightenment. So, what's the mystery here? Why do ancient philosophies and modern psychology converge on this idea of growth? Could it be that the concept of mindset is a universal truth about human potentials? Or is it a cultural construct shaped by society's changing needs? One fascinating connection lies in how these philosophies frame growth not as a linear journey, but as a cycle. Ancient wisdom teaches us to embrace both action and reflection, much like the modern call to balance ambition with mindfulness. Perhaps the true mystery of growth lies in understanding when to push forward and when to pause. The role of trauma in shaping mindsets. Can a person's mindset be permanently altered by early experiences of adversity? This is where the connection between trauma and mindsets takes center stage. While many view a growth mindset as a choice, neuroscience suggests that our ability to embrace change is deeply influenced by our past. Studies on childhood trauma reveal that adverse experiences can create fixed mindset loops. For instance, children who grow up in environments of constant criticism or neglect often internalize beliefs like, "I'm not good enough" or "I'll never succeed." These beliefs become neurological pathways that shape their future behaviors. But here's where the mystery deepens: post-traumatic growth. Research shows that some individuals emerge from trauma stronger, more resilient, and with a heightened sense of purpose. Why does trauma lead to a fixed mindset in some and a growth mindset in others? One answer may lie in the support systems and opportunities for healing available to an individual. Neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself, offers hope that even deeply ingrained mindsets can change. Practices like therapy, mindfulness, and community support can help individuals break free from fixed patterns. Imagine what this means for education, workplaces, or even relationships. If we understand how trauma shapes mindsets, could we design systems that foster growth in even the most challenging circumstances? Could we unlock hidden potential in those who faced the greatest adversity? The biology of mindsets. nature versus nurture. Is the growth mindset something we're born with, or is it entirely shaped by our environment? This age-old debate of nature versus nurture takes on a new twist when applied to mindsets. Recent studies in neuroscience reveal that our brain chemistry and genetics play a significant role in how we approach challenges. For instance, dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, is closely linked to motivation and learning. Individuals with higher dopamine levels tend to embrace challenges and persevere through difficulties. Conversely, those with lower dopamine activity might struggle to sustain a growth mindset. But it's not just biology. Environment matters too. Research shows that nurturing relationships, positive reinforcement, and access to resources can activate growth-oriented behaviors. In other words, even if someone is predisposed to a fixed mindset, their surroundings can help them overcome this limitation. The real mystery lies in the interplay between these factors. If biology and environment both shape mindsets, what happens when they're at odds? Can someone genetically inclined toward risk aversion develop the resilience of a growth mindset through deliberate effort? Advances in brain science offer tantalizing possibilities. Technologies like neurofeedback and brain stimulation are being explored as tools to enhance learning and adaptability. Imagine a future where we can train our brains to embrace growth mindsets more effectively. The ethical and practical implications of such breakthroughs are staggering. Mindsets across cultures, a global perspective. Does the concept of a growth mindset look the same everywhere? The answer is more complex than it seems. While Western cultures emphasize individual achievement and self-improvement, many Eastern cultures prioritize collective growth and harmony. For example, in Japan, the concept of kaizen focuses on continuous improvement, not just for the individual, but for the group. Similarly, indigenous philosophies often stress the interconnectedness of all life, framing growth as a communal and spiritual journey. These cultural differences raise intriguing questions. Is the growth mindset a universal human trait, or is it shaped by cultural narratives? Could certain societal structures, like collectivism versus individualism, make it easier or harder to embrace a growth mindset? Consider education systems. In Finland, where collaboration and creativity are emphasized over standardized testing, students often demonstrate higher resilience and adaptability. Meanwhile, in more competitive environments, the fear of failure can foster fixed mindsets. Could the way we structure societies and institutions hold the key to unlocking human potential? Today, we've journeyed through the mysteries of growth and fixed mindsets, from the dark side of self-improvement to the wisdom of ancient philosophies, the impact of trauma, and the biological and cultural forces at play. What emerges is a complex picture. Growth isn't just about effort. It's about balance, context, and understanding our own unique journeys. So, what does this mean for you? The next time you find yourself striving for growth, pause and ask, is this truly serving me, or am I caught in the trap of toxic improvement? Remember, growth doesn't always mean doing more. Sometimes, it means doing differently. If this video opened your eyes to new ways of thinking, hit the like button and subscribe for more explorations into the mysteries of human potential. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. What's your biggest challenge when it comes to embracing a growth mindset? Thank you for watching, and as always, stay curious.